The second leg of budget session in the parliament has begun, and there are important issues which should be the highlight of this whole session, and those are NEP, delimitation and Waqf bill. Amid all the controversies and debates, the Waqf bill is in news because people are not happy with this bill. Hello and welcome to the In News series of Drishti IAS. I am Britu and today's session is around Waqf bill, and we are going to discuss that what are the issues related to the Waqf bill and why people are protesting over this bill. And this session is important for your GS2 perspective. So moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we'll have a discussion on that what are the highlights of the bill. Then we are going to discuss about the key issues in the bill and what are the analysis of this bill, that why people are protesting over this bill, and then we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to this TIS channel. Moving towards to the news. So the news is that, as I have already told you, the second leg of the budget session has begun, and in this we are going to discuss so much of important issues, and amid all those issues, Waqf bill is in the highlight because this issue has become so much of controversial. So many political parties are supporting this issue, so many political parties are silent over the issue. So here we are going to analyze that which community will be affected most and whether the introduction of the bill has created an impact on a minority community or not, whether it is challenging the freedom of their religion or not. So what are the constitutional basis of this all Waqf bill we are going to discuss in today's session. The discussion is that what are the highlights of the bill. So first of all, we need to discuss that what is Waqf. Waqf is a permanent dedication of property for religious and charitable purposes, and which include mosques, graveyards, schools, educational institution and aiding the poor. So this is about the Waqf, that it is a permanent dedication of property for religious and charitable purposes. So what are the legal framework and issues? So it is governed by the Waqf Act 1995, replacing earlier laws, and India has 8.7 lakh registered Waqf properties, which is highest in the world. And if you will find out what is the worth, so it is worth around rupees 1.2 lakh crore. And what are the major issues we have? So according to the government data, 7% of the Waqf properties are encroached. Then legal dispute, we have 2% as in legal dispute, they are legally disputed, and 50% has unknown status. So that's why by seeing and observing all these things, the government has decided that we need to bring Waqf bill afresh so that all those issues which are related to the Waqf can be cured and there will be more transparency and more systematic way of the Waqf properties. So in order to reform, this bill has been introduced. So coming to the another discussion part. So Waqf Amendment Bill 2024. So it was introduced on 28th of August 2024 in Lok Sabha, and it has proposed changes in composition of the Central Waqf Council and State Waqf Board. And it has also suggested that what should be the criteria for forming Waqf, board's power in identifying Waqf property. And the bill has also referred to a joint parliamentary committee, and whose chair is Jagdambika Pal for review. And it aims to introduce or enhance management, transparency and governance, which I have already discussed that by observing different problems related to the Waqf, the government has decided that we need more transparency, we need more systematic way of management in Waqf. So that's why this bill is here. Now we are going to discuss that what are the key issues and key features we have. So here we'll discuss the key features. So formation of Waqf. So Waqf can be created only by a Muslim practicing for at least 5 years who owns the property. So this is the new criteria. Waqf by user based on a long-term use is removed. Suppose that if any person who is using Waqf, so that Waqf by user has been removed. The new criteria is Waqf can be only created by a practicing Muslim, practicing Islam, and the person should have practiced at least 5 years. And Waqf Alal Aulad, so the person who is a, what you can say, higher of any waqf, and who is a, what you can say, chair, and who is what you can say, property owner of any waqf. So that person can nominate waqf alal aulad. So waqf alal aulad cannot disinherit any heirs including female heirs. So this is the new criteria. Then survey of the waqf properties. So earlier we used to have survey. So this survey commissioner replaced by the district collector for conducting surveys. So right now the survey will be done by the district collector. And government property and waqf. Any government property identified as waqf will cease to be waqf. The collector will determine ownership and update revenue records. So there will be a fresh records of the waqf and the revenue record. So this is the key features of the waqf, that there is a things related to the formation of waqf, there is a things related to the waqf alal aulad, and then there is also new criteria for survey of the waqf properties, and then there are few criterias for the government waqf. Now we are going to discuss about another feature, Central Waqf Council. So non-Muslim can now be members with at least 2 non-Muslim members mandated. MPs, former judges, eminent person no longer need to be a Muslim. Then state waqf board, state government will nominate members instead of elections. So this will be the new change. 2 non-Muslim must be included in the board, and at least 1 member each from Shias, Sunnis and backward class Muslim is required. At least 2 Muslim women must be members. So these are the new criteria that they have tried to ensure that there are different criterias and different subsection among the Muslim community also. So we have Pashmanda Muslims, we have Shia, we have Sunni. So this bill has mandated and ensured that there should be inclusion of women, Shia, Sunni and backward Muslims. So here we'll discuss the Waqf tribunal. So earlier we used to have tribunal. This time also we have tribunals, but there are few changes in tribunals. Expert in Muslim law removed from tribunal. So this is one new change. Then there is a new composition, current or former district court judge, chairman, current or former joint secretary level officer, appeal against tribunal decisions. So earlier, if there will be any decision given by tribunal, you cannot challenge in the court, but right now you can challenge into the high court within 90 days. So this is the new powers related to the high court, and this is the new changes related to the waqf tribunals. So coming to the another discussion, that what are the analysis, why people are protesting over such kind of criterias, why people have issues with waqf bill. So first criteria is that reduce the number of Muslim representation in waqf governance, and also inclusion of non-Muslim can be now members, and in a way that will form a majority. So the minority community thinks that there will be infringement among the Muslim community, and there will be interference and intimidation by the government members. And earlier we used to have election, but right now state waqf boards will be nominated. So this is also one of the thing. Then CEO of waqf board no longer required to be a Muslim. It means that any other member who are non-Muslim can also be a CEO of the waqf board. Unlike other religious boards, suppose that we have Hindu boards, we have Sikh. So here there is intimidation by other communities also. Then there is changes in waqf tribunal. Earlier the tribunal decisions are finalized, but right now you can challenge into the high court. So this is also one of the thing. And also expert in Muslim law has been removed from the tribunal. So this is one of the challenges which Muslim communities are objecting over. Then comparison with other religious boards. So as I have already discussed, Hindu and Sikh religion boards mandate members from their religion, but waqf administration has a mandate of the other communities also. We have inclusion of MPs, we have inclusion of experts, and they must not be, what you can say, they necessarily not be from the Muslim community. So this is also one of the thing which is unlike into the another religions, just like Hinduism and Sikhism. Then other legal framework also, Indian Trust Act 1882 also allow charitable endowments but without religious restrictions. But here we have religious restriction. Then legal and constitutional concerns. So there also thinking about that we have some constitutional concerns, because Article 26, which talks about the freedom of religious affairs, may be violated, because here there is a allowance of non-Muslim to dominate Waqf governance, and also Article 14, which talks about right to equality, is questioned due to the 5-year religious practice condition for creating Waqf. So these are the issues related that people are objecting that there is a violation of Article 26, there is a violation of Article 14. Also, they are feeling that they are discriminated because we have also inclusion of non-Muslim members, and that might create a problem. There is an inclusion of MPs, union ministers, so most of the decisions are taken by the state, so the independence of the Waqf board will be compromised. So these are the issues we have ahead of the Waqf bill. So now coming to the question part. So before moving to the question part, we need to have a concluding line over all these Waqf bill, that we have Waqf bill which has been introduced in August 2024 in Lok Sabha, and till then this particular bill is creating lots of debates and discussion, and the minority community, especially Muslim community, feels that this will be what you can say violation of their religious freedom, and by introducing such measures the religious freedoms are compromised in this country, and right to equality is also compromised. So this is the reason that they are objecting over. We do not know that what would be the solution, but this is the reason that this topic is discussed again and again into the parliament. Now we are going to discuss about the practice question for prelims. As per the Waqf Amendment Bill 2024, who is eligible to declare a Waqf? Any Indian citizens, any Muslim practicing for at least 5 years who owns the property, any government recognized religious institution, any charitable trust registered under the Societies Act. This is very easy one. You can answer into the comment section. And you have to also prepare your prelims and mains that what should be the of religious freedom, because we do have rules and regulations related to the religious freedom. So you have to think into this direction that what are the criteria which has been led into the Waqf bill is really violating the religious freedom of a Muslim community. So you have to think into this direction, and then you have to prepare for answer. And for discount, link is in the description, so do check the discount. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask into the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.